Renee Sanford, and I am very happy to be with you today and to share an exciting book entitled Acoustic Rooster's Barnyard Boogie. But wait, did you hear that? Acoustic Rooster? Well, let me introduce the author and the illustrator. The author's name is Kwame Alexander, and he is an American writer who lives in London. The author has shared some interesting, fun facts with us. He says that he likes to go to the park, have a seat, and drink his tea. That was good. He also says that he has eaten snails and chocolate-covered bugs. Oh, would you like that? The author has won many awards and honors. One is that he has won the Newbery Award, which is given for the most distinguished contribution for American literature to children. He has won the Coretta Scott King Medal, and we know Coretta Scott King. She's the wife of Dr. Martin Luther King. Kwame Alexander is a writer, he's a poet, and he is an educator. He has written for television, he's written stage plays, and he has written 37 books to date. Let's meet now the illustrator, whose name is Tim Bowers. He lives in the United States in Ohio. When Tim was growing up, he lived in a home with many animals, and they were all on the property as well. There were cats, there were dogs, there was a parrot, there was a monkey, there were chickens, and there were ponies. When he was a senior in high school, he entered the contest and he won a top award for the Ohio Governor's Youth Art Exhibition. So he's been fully engaged in a lot of artwork that is very humorous as well as whimsical. You'll see some of his artwork on Hallmark greeting cards. And the Wendy's food chain? Well, he has done illustrations for Wendy's as well. Now, when we hear the word boogie, I bet we all think of music, and you're right. So let's get introduced to Acoustic Rooster and the characters in our book. Acoustic Rooster lived on a farm, and yes, he was a rooster. He played the bass guitar. Acoustic Rooster wanted to be a star, and he would practice and practice, and when he formed his own band, they played in a concert, but they did not win. And he was devastated, as we might be sometimes if we don't win. But then he heard, that rooster sure can play. That made him feel much better, and he went out saying, I have the world's best band. So now, let us meet the characters in our book. Indigo Bloom is the girl in our book, and she is a singer. In fact, she is scheduled to sing at the Garden City Community Festival. The other characters in our story are barnyard animals, but their characters are based on real life musicians. Well, let's meet Mule Davis. Yes, he is a mule. and he wears these cool shades. His character is based on Miles Davis, who's known as a great American jazz artist. He plays the trumpet. He is a composer. He is a band leader. Our other character is Duck Ellington. He's a duck, and you could see him with this little top hat on his head. His real life character is Duke Ellington, who was an awesome pianist. And yes, he could play those keys on a piano. He was a composer of music, and he also led a great jazz orchestra. And guess what? That had lots of characters in the orchestra and lots of instruments. Then we see Miss Dolly Parton. In our story, she's this lovely cow, and she is based on the real life character of country music star Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton is a songstress as well as a composer of music, and she is an actress. And lastly, we have the diva, who is Chickie Minaj. Chickie Minaj character is based on the real life character, who is Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is a rapper. She is a singer. She's an actress. And yes, she is a model. Now, I bet we would all want to get into our story and find out what happens next. Acoustic Rooster's Barnyard Boogie, starring Indigo Bloom. As we open, I bet we find some interesting facts. Today was a good day. We laughed and danced while cleaning up for the Garden City Community Festival. The people were happy. My city is my city and my responsibility. If you see a can, pick it up. If you see plastic, pick it up. If you see newspaper, pick it up. You know, you want to keep where you live clean. You know, you don't want there to be any debris around. And so they were cleaning up for their Garden City Festival. But then everything changed in a flash when Elijah said, "Hey, Indigo, the whole school is coming to watch you sing at the festival tomorrow." Mr. Woody chimed in, "There are posters all over the city, and the city next to that, and the city next to that one too. There'll be hundreds of families there," said Samantha. "Woo, Indigo." I think that made her panic. "Singing in front of hundreds of people? Not me. I am not singing. I may be from the Garden City, but I took a ride to Panic City and I ran straight home." Look at her. She is all panic and she's not having any of it. "You're the bravest songbird I know. My mom says I have a voice full of sunshine and wonder. I do love to sing, but in front of thousands of people? No way. Dad says he believes in me too, and that I should believe in me. Be brave. Be a star. Believe." I want to be brave. I want to be courageous. But how? I supposed to sing at the Garden City Community Festival in front of millions of people tomorrow. I'm better with just me. In front of an audience, I totally freeze. Indigo, bedtime. Get your book. I'm coming to tuck you in. Indigo is still thinking about the festival and singing in front of thousands of people, and she's a little terrified at this time. Her mom is going to read her a bedtime story and say, get your book, you know? So, her mom says, you are amazing. You're so independent. You never give up, and if you just try, well, that's more than enough. The last thing I remember is falling asleep to Mom's singing, the night wind blowing through my window, and waking up, get this, inside a barn full of very familiar animals flapping and waddling on stage. I recognized Acoustic Rooster from my favorite book. So I figured this must be a dream. There's Acoustic Rooster. There's Miss Dolly Parton. Look at Chicken Minaj. How about Muse Davis with those cool shades? And then there's Indigo. She didn't know what had happened, but she recognized him from her book. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Wait, who's that? When did you blow in? Miss Dolly Parton asked, looking down at me. This is a closed rehearsal, said Chicken Minaj. I didn't blow in, and I beg your pardon, I said. I'm Indigo Bloom from Garden City. I know you guys. You're the Barnyard Band, right? We are indeed. You name it, we play it. Jazz, rock, country, gospel, go-go, and hip-hop, said Acoustic Rooster. Why don't you join in? And just as he handed me the tambourine, the wind started blowing hard and roaring loud. It sounded like a train in the sky, a hurry train. Everything was flying every which way. Look, on the farm, look at all these animals. They're just flying up in the air. What is going on? Well, said it was a hurry train. Half the barn was smashed and shattered to pieces. The band moved and groaned, quacked and groaned. Then an idea came to me. Let's work together to clean this up. If you see something out of place, pick it up. Follow me. We moved the rocks, rocked the rakes, then raked up all the leaves. They are all working together because the barn was smashed. They didn't have a home any longer, and there was a barnyard boogie, and they didn't have any place to play. So what happens now? Before we knew it, the barnyard started looking better. Oh, our cleanup plan was working wonderfully. The animals were happy until this is bad and that ain't good, sang Miss Derry Parton. All that work for nothing, hollered Chicky Minaj. We have no home, said Duck Ellington. And now we're forever wrong, wailed Muse Davis. Maybe we can raise the money to rebuild the barn, said Rooster. We can tour, play music for money at schools, libraries. Or we can play right here. Let's throw a benefit concert, I screamed. A barnyard concert to save the barn? Come on, that's crazy. Enough to just maybe work, said Acoustic Rooster. We'll call it the Barnyard Boogie, I said. Let's do this, friends. I volunteered to be the backstage manager for the Barnyard Boogie. Everyone warmed up and we were ready to go, or so we thought. The music was hopping and popping. My friends performed like the Barnyard was the Apollo Theater or the Kennedy Center. Look at them. Look at Duke Ellington. Look at his piano there. Look at Acoustic Rooster. He has that bass guitar. There's Chicky Minaj, and I believe she has a mic there. Muse Davis has his trumpet. They're ready. I got some bad news, said Acoustic Rooster. Miss Derry Parton has lost her voice. Say it isn't so, Duke Ellington quacked. Oh no, the diva is hoarse, even though she is a cow. Oh no, the diva is hoarse. Who's going to sing in the finale now? You need to sing, Indigo, said Rooster. I am no star, like Miss Dolly Parton, I squeaked. But you are indigo. Believe in yourself, Rooster replied. I want to be brave. I want to be courageous. I'm just scared to sing in front of a crowd. Be in your star in your mind. Just open your mouth and let it shine. What has happened here? Miss Dolly Parton, a cow? She can't sing? What is going to happen to the Barnyard Boogie? They need to have a singer. And Indigo can sing. Just a little afraid, but for right now. I stood on the stage. The spotlight was bright. I opened my mouth and my voice broke free. It sounded like a sparrow and I sang. The crowd went bananas. Even the clouds clapped. Be a star in your mind day and night, let it shine. Look at those clouds. Have you seen the clouds clap? Well, they are all over the place. Indigo opened her mouth and sang. With a little help from so many friends, we raised enough money to start rebuilding the barn. Oh yes, we don't have to leave the farm. Now we can stay and rebuild the barn. We hugged and danced and celebrated till it was past my bedtime. When I woke up, I was back in my bedroom, ready to be brave, ready to be courageous, ready to sing at the festival tonight. ready to shine like a bright star. Sometimes dreams can feel so real. By the way, I rocked the Garden City Community Festival, and everyone was happy, especially me. Be a star in your mind. Day and night, let it shine. Now, this is going to conclude our story, but let's look at what happened here. We saw that there was teamwork. Everybody had to join in to help rebuild the barn because they were going to have a concert. And we saw diversity. You know, we're not alike. You know, some of us are tall, some of us are a little shorter. But in this case, we had all these different animals. There was the mule with his cool shades. There was the duck with his top hat. We had the little chickie who was also a singer. And we had this beautiful cow, Miss Terry Parton. So, dream your dreams because you can be a star. And as we go to the Barnyard Boogie, let us listen to a little jazz music from the Barnyard Boogie.